welcome to the 6th episode of the Life Around the World podcast. I hope you've been enjoying the episode so far. Today I have, as usual, a new guest, and her name is Claudia. Welcome, Claudia.
Hello, Kate. I'm super happy to be here.
Welcome. I'm very happy you're here. And you are from?
Peru.
Where is Peru?
Peru is in South America. We have in Lima, we have around 13 million of people.
You mentioned Lima. Lima is in the coast, right?
Yeah, it's in the coast. It's also the capital of Peru.
I thought it was high in the mountains because Peru has very tall mountains, right?
I know. I think maybe most of the people think that, but actually not. Lima is in the coast, and the highlands maybe it's because you're talking about Machu Picchu, so Cusco is in the highlands.
Okay.
Maybe because of that, but yes.
How high is Machu Picchu? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly, but I know that is maybe around and more than 3,000
wow.
in height.
Very high.
Very high.
Have you been to Machu Picchu?
I've been 2 times, actually. Once very little, let's say, with my mom, and the second time I went with my friends from the university. Obviously, two experiences super different, but all the time that I'm there, the energy is amazing.
What do you like about it?
I don't know if it's maybe you feel the culture. People are very, they are very open to any culture, to any country. Also, the food is amazing. The landscapes, they are super beautiful, and each one has like a proper, let's say, like a characteristic. If you are interested in going to Cusco, I highly recommend you to go the first day maybe to Urubamba. That is also is known by a lot of people because there is like it's very green, but also you can look at the mountains in a little bit far away, and it's very, I don't know how to explain it, but you can feel the energy there, like it's very clean.
Okay.
And also obviously the air, the environment is not too crowded, so
is it not too full of tourists?
in Urubamba, not really.
Okay. And how far is it from Lima?
You have to take a flight from Lima to Cusco around 1 hour, 1 hour and a half.
You can't drive there. Is it too far?
You can drive, but you can also take maybe 12 hours to arrive. Let's say that the roadway is not in the perfect condition, so it's better. I recommend, obviously, to the people to go by plane. It's safest, always.
But you were born and raised in Lima.
I born in Callao. That is like very, very, very. It's very close to Lima. It's part of Lima actually, but let's say it's like a town inside Lima, just in front of the sea.
Oh wow!
So the ceviche, the real ceviche you want to try one day, born there.
What is ceviche?
Ceviche is raw fish with onions, with lemon, because it's like let's say cooked by the lemon.
So it's raw and
with lemon,
seasoned with lemon.
With lemon, you have to maybe leave the raw fish for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And also have onions, have like sweet potatoes and corn. Sometimes if you don't want it only about from fish, you can also put seafood in general.
Okay.
So yes.
Lima is also very big. You were saying how many people?
In Lima, 13 millions.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not too big, but it's very crowded.
Would you suggest visiting Lima as well? If someone came to Peru to visit Machu Picchu, would you suggest spending a couple of days?
I always suggest to go first to Lima, because we have a lot of very good restaurants. Maybe stay for 1 day, maximum 2 days there, and then fly to Machu Picchu. But not only Machu Picchu, Cusco. We have also in the south. You can go to Cusco, you can go to Arequipa, you can go to Puno. That is all of these three are in the south and next to each other. So you can do like a trip there. For 10 days, I think is perfect. If you can, have a local with you. Also to know where to move, where to go, where not. It's better.
Always better. Also because if you don't know anybody from there, you end up paying twice because you go only to the touristic, super touristic places. And so it always helps.
Not only the tourist things, also the places, the food, and something that is super curious is the taxi. The taxi there is not with taximeter, so you can arrange, let's say, the price with the taxista in español. It's super curious because in other country I didn't see that.
In many places in Africa it's the same.
There is like this also when you are buying something, I don't know, maybe in the market, not in the supermarket, but when you go to the market and you are talking with someone, obviously they try to sell you something super in the double, in the third, in the triple, because they are expecting you to say, no, I want the half, no, maybe I only have this, so I can give you I don't know, 10 soles.
I think it's clear that you are a foodie. You like food.
I love the food, yes.
Well, first of all, what is your favorite dish from Peru?
Ceviche.
That one.
In first place.
Okay. And how does the food differ between Lima and the south?
In the coast, let's say, is more like ceviche, something more fresh, obviously because we are near to the sea. Then if you go more to the highlands, you have another kind of, can be meat, also very particular in the highlands, not only in Cusco, but also, for example, in Arequipa, we eat the cuy, that is conejillo de Indias.
Guinea pig.
Guinea.
And you eat guinea pig?
We eat that, yes.
Oh, wow.
And it's super
My friend
strange.
won't be happy because she likes it.
I hear about from a lot of people saying, no, but how you can eat this? Poor. And also because here in Europe they also have
pets.
it like a pet. So yes, we are very used to eat that.
But isn't it very small?
No.
Okay.
It's not small.
Okay.
It's a little bit, I can say, smaller than the rabbit, but not too much.
Oh.
So you have a lot of protein there also.
And in general, Peruvian food is not very spicy, is it?
We have a lot of spicy. The problem is me.
Okay.
No, we have
You're
a
the
lot
one who doesn't eat
because,
spice.
for example, in this dish that I'm talking about, the cuy, so with a kind of salsa, so it's very spicy. Obviously, all the dishes in Peru are with rice and potato, and a lot of salsa, a sauce like very spicy with a lot of condiments.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yes.
Actually, I remember that time we did the dinner. You brought the sauce. There were two sauces. One was more spicy. The other one was
the
less.
chucuta is from the how to say it, because it's very Spanish word, rocoto. It's like a red chili pepper, and the other one, the name is tari. That is a very special. I think it's also from the south of Peru.
And is there street food?
There is also street food, actually, yes. We have the very known anticucho. That is like, this is very strange, but we have the heart of the cow.
Yeah.
And they put like, they cut it in pieces and then they put a stick. And they put it like in a grill.
Okay.
With a sauce and the condiment. I don't know very well how it's made it, but they put it like this and then they serve it with potato and also with corn. Obviously, the sauces are there, like you can put whatever you want.
Okay.
But yes.
And then the dish that you had brought here was called Causa.
Causa is made from potatoes.
Very nice.
Mashed potatoes.
I love potatoes. So. But it's not only potatoes. It was with the...
It was like a layer of potato. Then I put it tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Then another layer of potato. Then another layer of avocado.
Yeah.
And finally another of potato. So you close the dish like this. And in the top, I remember I put some eggs.
Yeah.
And then olives.
Well, Peruvian cuisine seems very diverse, and you also have drinks, right?
Yeah, we have drinks.
What kinds of drinks do you make in Peru?
Yeah, the well-known Pisco.
Yeah, and we have
if we are with also Chileans, they are listening to us. Please, the Pisco is Peruvian, and stop it, please.
Why? Can you explain, like, what Chileans claim it to be Chilean?
Because the problem is that Pisco comes, the name of the drink comes because we have a town, Pisco, where we take the grapes and make a how do you say distillado?
Yeah, you
distill.
Yeah. Anyway, you make an alcoholic drink.
Yeah, we make an alcohol from the grapes.
Okay.
Fermented, obviously. There is a process, let's say, and at the end you have this liquor that has more than 40 degrees alcoholic degrees.
It's quite strong.
It's strong, yes, but it's very, very, very flavor, like the flavor tasty. And okay, Chileans that are next to us, they obviously try it, and then were fascinated because of the flavor. And they made also a liquor from grapes, but to name it like Pisco, there is like let's say like a fight, because the Pisco is because it's from our town. So there's a lot of let's say
rivalry, I guess.
Yes,
that's common in countries that are nearby. Anyway.
I love my Chileans, but this topic is super, controversial.
But many people think that Pisco is from Chile, and then I remember here at the bar, the first when we asked, they said it's from Chile, and then you asked to check the bottle, and it was written from Peru.
Yes. I think it's also because we are not so good marketing our our drinks, our food maybe more, but the drinks not too much. So I think Chile does it very well, and that's why also outside the country, outside South America, let's say, they are more known.
And are there other drinks that are specific?
There are a lot of. Another one can be Chicha de Jora, that is like from corn, the corn fermented. But it's very particular because it has like a very strong taste, and some people can think that it's something wrong with liquor.
Okay. And then I was wondering, do you feel the influence of the very ancient cultures? Because here we talk a lot about the Romans, right? The Roman Empire. Here in Italy, we obviously have museums dedicated to it. How about in Peru? Because you had the Aztec Empire, right?
We have the Incas
Empire. Okay.
We have the Incas Empire,
which is where Machu Picchu.
Okay. So if you go to Machu Picchu, obviously you feel. I think it's that kind of energy that I'm talking about in the first minutes. I think it's more in the highlands. Like the coast, maybe is more like such a fusion with another cultures. In the highlands, we have this feeling of very ancient. So yeah, I can say that
it was a very strong empire, right?
it was a very strong empire that not only goes from was not only in Peru, let's say, it
Yeah.
also was part of Bolivia,
Hmm.
that is super next to us. Actually, we have a lake that we divide it. Let's say the name is Titicaca Lake, and it's super nice. Also, I truly recommend people to go and do not only obviously Peru. That the way that connects also Peru to Bolivia is very very nice, very wonderful, very particular. But yes, that was like a connection. All the Inca Empire were there, like from
Okay.
between Peru, Bolivia.
And you mentioned dancing earlier, and I know you're a
Yes.
big dancer. As you know, I like dancing too, but you are a professional dancer, right? How many years
Let's
have you
say.
been there?
Now 15 years, a little bit more, maybe 16, since I, let's say, begin the lessons, the salsa lessons.
And you were in doing competitions, right?
I were in competitions, yes. When I was 20s, I have the opportunity to go to USA, then also to Mexico, also to Argentina actually, and then obviously in Peru, around Peru.
So you were a champion.
I was in championships,
Uh,
trying to be the champion.
My friend Sandra from Swaziland, she'll be on the podcast too. She was a Swazi champion of
Wow.
ballroom and Latin, so you should talk at some point. So you only dance salsa or other styles?
From the very beginning, when I was at the school, I have also some lessons from, let's say, African American music. The name is Negroide, means
Mm-hmm.
that comes from blacks,
Yeah.
because also we have a lot of influence from black people there. So there was like a kind of, because it's from the history, they dance. They were alone. They start dancing. They
Okay.
start like trying to make it louder, like
Yeah.
their voices louder, to finish this slavery. So we have a lot of this in Peru, this influence, and actually because of the dance that I I love it from the very beginning of my life. I have the opportunity to have lessons in the school, maybe 3 or 4 years. So obviously I was seeing, let's say, in all the presentations from the school, dancing since I was a child, but it was not so professional,
Yeah.
let's say.
So that's interesting, actually. Yeah, when I think of Peru, I never think of black people, but there is a
We
black
have-
population.
We have a lot of immigration from a lot of, for example,
Mm.
if you think about also ceviche, raw fish, lemon, it's also something at the end is a fusion. We came from a mix of cultures that is super interesting also.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mhm.
And going back to dancing, what do you like about it? What is it that makes you?
I think it's basically because I can express myself without talking. So try to feel my freedom,
Mhm.
but through the movements. So when I'm dancing, the music, if I'm feeling, I don't know, if super happy, or also if I feel like super sad, dance can make me go through a bad moment or go through a super good moment and express myself.
Okay.
I really like it.
An expression of your feelings, let's say.
Yes.
But then, obviously, you came to Italy because we're here now. How was moving to Italy for you?
Wow. This is a very, very, very special question. Because every time someone asks me how I feel or why, I feel something more, I think more about it.
Maybe
And
you
then-
should dance it.
Yeah,
You should dance
and yes, and I find that I have more feelings actually than I expected.
Okay.
For example, you know that in South America we are very, and also here obviously, but we are very close to the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I told you one time that I'm super super close to my family and friends, but I didn't know how much it could impact me if I'm very 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 far away. And I decided to do it, to move here, because I wanted to first not only to improve, let's say, my professional skills, but also because I wanted to grow personally. And I finally do it. But in the middle, there's a lot of things. Yes, now I'm feeling that I realize, let's say, a dream, that I realized that I wanted this so much, but also I'm missing my family, I'm missing my culture, I'm missing my food, I'm missing my friends, I'm missing my bed, I'm missing a lot of things, and also that's, let's say, that's the part a little bit negative of, but also there are also very positive things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grow by force. I grow a lot personally. I get the independence that I didn't have. Now I have to think about everything like an adult. That was like a very big step for me because I was not used to.
But in Lima, were you living with your family?
I was
Okay.
living with my mom all the time. So you know, when you live with your mom does
Absolutely.
everything
Yeah.
for you. And suddenly to do that change from living with your mom in Peru, let's say in your comfort zone, to change to another place, to another language, to another culture, to be alone, begin something different without also job, that is super important to say,
Mhm.
was a very radical change
Yeah,
for me.
absolutely. I definitely think living abroad, it's always worth it in some ways, even if it's painful sometimes, even if it's difficult. You can always learn a lot about yourself. In general, what did you like most? What do you like most about Italy?
The food. Since I am a foodie, obviously the food makes me crazy, really fascinated because of the food, but also the landscapes. Like each place here, each region, each paesino has a different characteristic, different food, different kind of wine.
And you've traveled a little bit around Europe.
I travel around Europe, not as much as I want,
There's
not
always
yet.
more. Yeah.
So I went to Budapest, so Hungary. Then I went also to Switzerland. I went to Austria. I went to another time Spain, France, and Amsterdam. So yes,
Did you like it?
yeah, it's super super nice. I have to say that I like the landscapes in each country, let's say, but nothing can compare with the food here. If I have to compare it like in the European countries, let's say, I definitely prefer the Italian food.
It is very nice. Absolutely. It's definitely something I missed when I was abroad. How was learning Italian for you?
You can say, wow, but the Italian is super super similar to the Spanish. So yes, it's super similar. Yes, I can listen to the Italian. I can understand a lot of words. I can understand the whole idea, the general idea. The problem is with the tenses. So
Okay.
let's say the Italian language has a lot of different. You have past, hypothetic, past hypothetic,
Condizionale,
past conditional, conditional, a lot of combinations. And for me, it's super difficult because in Spanish you have only pasado, presente, futuro in Spanish. That means you don't have troubles with when you learn. So for an Italian, I guess it's more it's easier to learn Spanish than Spanish to learn Italian.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that's why you can, for example, when we talk in Spanish, you usually don't have any mistake. But if I try to do it, it's like, no, but I think I'm talking in this is not
But I have to
past,
say,
this is
you
conditional.
you doubt yourself a lot. That doesn't help when you're speaking a new language.
I know. No, it's good
'Cause you
if I
speak
say
very
that.
Well, is there anything you wanted to share about Peru or anything that we missed?
No, I only have to say that this time also here, because we were talking about what I learned, what experiences I had to say that now that I talk more about my country, I have to say that it's a very interesting, wonderful place to go. I truly recommend people to go to Peru. The food is amazing, the landscapes are amazing, the energy is amazing. Peruvian people are amazing also. And nothing, it's
We have to
each place has a
plan a trip.
particularly let's say magic thing. So yes, I recommend you to go.
Absolutely, we will. It's a long trip though from Europe.
Yes,
Very, very long.
14 hours
Wow.
from here.
Well, thank you for being here.
No,
It's very, very nice.
thank you, Kate, because I'm also super happy to be here, to express myself, to share my thinking, to share my ideas, and to share a little part of my Peruvian culture with you.
Listening to you is always fascinating. Thank you everybody for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Remember, you can get in touch with me on Instagram at Life Around the World Podcast, or send me an email at lifearoundtheworldpodcast@gmail.com. And stay tuned on the 18th of next month for the next episode.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye bye.